Was right on the money. This phantom really is your spaceship. But that's so weird. Why would it show up here? Is it some kind of projection? Or a ghost? Like, maybe it no longer exists.
Ah, you're already here.
Miss Lauma, what a surprise. I thought you were busy with festival preparations.
I was, until one of our people informed me that a strange sight had appeared at Star Sand Shoal. No one's ever seen something quite like this before. I thought I should see it for myself.
Same here. Oh, so we heard that these things appear around the festival period. Any idea why that is?
Unfortunately not. We have very limited information about them. The most we've been able to deduce is that these sightings appear to be connected to the increase in Kuvaki energy around this time.
Yeah, seems like that's all we can do. This is all so confusing.
Allow me to lend you a hand. Everyone, our friend here should be able to provide us with some information.
Is that a phantom rhyme-horn deer?
I've heard about how the Frost Moon Scions live in harmony with the animals and can even communicate with them.
Okay. Yes, I understand. Okay.
It's leaving.
It appears to share our curiosity about this giant spaceship, so I asked it if it wouldn't mind investigating along with... In return, I told it about some nearby spots where the wild fruit grows abundantly. We may live in a different era from these phantoms, but I trust that the terrain, climate, and ecology here are more resistant to the effects of time than... Let's give them a moment and hope for the best.
All back together? Must have been a lot of fruit.
Indeed. Now let me ask them some questions. It did find a lot of wild fruit, enough for them to feast for a long while. This puffin circled in the air several times, but didn't spot anything out of the ordinary.
Huh. Well, it definitely makes sense to get a bird's eye view.
Indeed. Other than that, I was also thinking that the world these phantoms see is also different from ours.
Oh, I get what you mean. The wild fruit exist in both times and spaces, But there might also be things that only exist in that space-time, which we...
Good point. Great thinking, Llama.
Blunthorn rhinos can use kuvaki to shift great rocks. But this one says it couldn't get that ship to budge by even an inch. The sniffer mole tried too, but despite being a skilled digger, they say that the spaceship looks robust and undamaged. It seems completely impervious to any and all attacks.
So, just like us humans, there was nothing they could do about this spaceship either.
Yes, still, they deserve our thanks. We are grateful for all your efforts, dear friends. Now go, and enjoy your feast.
I've noticed some other human phantoms gathered nearby. Come on, let's go talk to them.
What is this thing? I've never seen it move, and there's no way to get inside.
Goodness knows. My grandpa says it's been sitting here at least since his grandpa was...
What about his grandpa? Did he say anything to your grandpa's grandpa about it?
Huh? I don't know. In all likelihood, it was here back then too.
Guess that means that as far as they're concerned, this ship's been around a long time.
Come on, brothers. If we can get even a small chunk off of this thing, it's gotta be worth a fortune.
Huh? You mean Paimon?
Yes, brother, I shall join you. Let's make our fortune.
We should go with them.
What the? This thing is crazy tough. I can't even scratch it. What's it made of?
Sorry, brother. Looks like we'll have to seek our fortunes elsewhere.
Enjoying yourself?
I was just seeing if I could influence this phantom's perception by playing. But nope, no dice. I'm sure we're all starting to build up an idea of what's going on here now that we've spoken to some of the people. These phantoms are reenacting real historical events in Nod-Krai. It's almost like we're in some kind of interactive stage play. We can talk to the actors, but the plot is fixed, and we can't influence it.
It makes sense. History is set in stone. The objective facts of the past cannot be changed.
Paimon totally thought you were just goofing around earlier. But actually, you were doing some serious investigating.
Of course I was. Anyway, at this point, I think we're forced to conclude that although the Phantom spaceship is right there in front of us, we aren't going to learn much about it from these people. Don't be discouraged. If nothing else, this is proof of the ship's existence. And think about it. So many people tried to hack their way inside, but no one could get the door open. It's made of very tough material. To me, that says that we'll either find the ship itself or the story behind it. It's just a matter of time.
Huh. Every now and then, when Varka gets serious, he actually does seem like Grandmaster material for one.
I wonder how the others are doing. Let's head back for now.
Sounds good. Also, drinks are on me if Team Knights of Favonius is the first to finish.
Wait, we have a team name now?
Am I in Team Knights of Favonius as well?
You're very welcome to join. We've even got a cathedral ready for you.
Isn't that technically blasphemy? You wouldn't dare make a joke like that if Barbados was in earshot.
Nah, I'm sure Barbados doesn't mind a little harmless blast.
Oh, no! Get away! Oh.
I know it's hard to stomach, Mr. Duran. But as I'm sure you've noticed, there is nothing we can do to intervene in that which unfolds before us.
But we have to at least try.
And try you have. But are you aware of how many unsuccessful attempts you've made now?
I wasn't keeping count.
I'm afraid this is the 39th failure so far. Or the 5th if we're only counting this particular victim. There are no indications that these phantoms may be altered in any way.
You seem to have calmed down a little. I'll make us a fire. You should rest and have some water. Feeling any better now, Mr. Duran?
May I ask a few questions?
Be my guest.
What exactly are we witnessing here? What happened to those people?
My guess would be that we are seeing Nod-Krai during the Conrian Cataclysm. Would that be accurate?
Conria.
That is correct. As you know, once the Abyss senses even the tiniest crack, it floods in and spreads like wildfire. There was a time in the distant past when it permeated all of Nod-Krai, causing immeasurable harm. Then 500 years ago, the whole of Teyvat suffered an abyssal disaster. Once more, Nod-Krai was dealt a devastating blow.
I see.
In the face of the abyssal onslaught, all were like grains of sand tossed around by a tidal wave. Be they human, fae, or god. The moment you witnessed is but one drop in a whole ocean of catastrophe.
All right. I guess that answers my second question, too. I wanted to know why there's nothing I could do to help them, and that's because what we are seeing is history.
That would be my guess as well.
As I understand it, history and fate are not all that dissimilar. The latter may be unseen to us, but both are immutable.
Yes. Fate was determined long, long ago.
I still have a couple of other questions for you, Mr. Flintz. You mentioned more than one abyssal disaster that has struck this land in the past. How can you be sure that what we're seeing is from the Conrian incident? And also, how are you able to stay so calm when you're talking about these events? From everything I know about you, you're not cold or ruthless, and you're not indifferent to the suffering of others.
Alas, I am forced to show my age. I must be 600 or 700 years old by human measure.
Wait, so you...
One is not easily moved by history when one has witnessed the truth firsthand.
I'm sorry.
You needn't apologize. Your passion is a good thing to have. Treasure it, because someday you may find it in terribly short supply. Now, at the risk of offending you, I have a question in return. Your curiosity toward the Abyss, is it born from hatred or because you sense it? I only ask because I kept a fragment of Rerear's body in my lantern for a short time. Specifically, his heart. So I know what a burden it can be to carry the Abyss with you. And I hear its power growling from somewhere within you. In my eyes, your mere existence is a miracle.
My honest answer is... I don't know. I don't think I have the confidence to say for certain. Even before I became who I am today, the question dogged me constantly. Should I even exist at all? My doubts remain unresolved. But when we fought Rerear, something became a little clearer to me. Sometimes it is the darkness within us that allows us to achieve the impossible.
I certainly got the sense from your 39 attempts that you were trying to achieve the impossible. It sounds like you've resolved to see the truth for yourself.
Absolutely. In that sense, he and I are quite similar.
Then I wish you every success. I look forward to the day of your transcension. Well, if everyone's caught their breath, I suppose we should head back. Oh, and one last thing. I'd appreciate if you kept our discussion about history a secret.
Incredibly, our separate investigations led us all to the same conclusion. Hooray for consensus!
Yeah, but we barely learned anything, though. I totally thought this would be the mother lode. Talking with the ancients? I mean, come on! But nope. All we got was useless snippets of conversation. And all this stuff about moons and hyperopia. What a load of baloney. Seems like people back then had a few screws loose.
I understand your frustration. We found the same issue. Each phantom only showed a very brief moment in time. There isn't much value to be found in these miscellaneous fragments of a civilization's history, no matter how glorious it may have been.
If there's a silver lining, it's that these phantoms are harmless to the present reality. They shouldn't get in the way of the festivities.
Paimon agrees. And not just because it's the first thing she understood in this whole conversation.
You look disappointed, Nefer. Is something the matter?
What do you think? We all worked our tails off, but the only one to gain anything from it was you, Lady Moonjanter.
Well, please do share the Hyperborean records with me. I will gladly inscribe them in our people's documents.
Oh, duh! Yeah! That was it! Hyperborea! Hyperborea.
I'm serious. Only an expert in the Frost Moon science. Valuable research material. The alternative is to let them gather dust on the curatorium's storage shelves until the pages turn yellow. Nefer, you're wise enough to know that cooperating and sharing the profits is the best course of action here.
Well, that goes without saying. Sure, let's do that.
Huh? But didn't you say we aren't supposed to give out intel for free? Sorry, shutting up. Now is not a good time to push Nefer's buttons.
Anyway, back to Moon Prayer Night. I'm thinking that we should prepare something a little special, aside from the usual decorations and so on.
You mean a parting gift?
Can't go wrong with food. Although, does food go bad on the moon?
Perhaps a lantern would be a better choice. It might be dark up there.
It could prove difficult to light a lantern on the moon. Magical stones might serve that purpose better.
What about a clockwork mecha model from Fontaine? I've got a whole bunch at home. I use them for fighting practice in my free time.
None of these sound like things she would be even remotely interested in. But we don't interact with her enough to know what she likes.
Yeah. It would really save us the guesswork if someone could find out what she's into.
Wait, what the? Traveler? They're all looking at you.
Great! Haha, problem solved. Now, I need to stop by Dory's. Gonna need her help sourcing a bunch of stuff for the festival.
Then let's leave it there for now. We all have our own business to attend to. Traveler, if you find out what Kutar likes, let us know right away.
Is something the matter? I'm fine. It's just... I'm still feeling a little rattled after witnessing the horrors of the Abyss. But it's okay. This is something I have to work through. I'll be all right. Thanks for your concern.
Well, don't put too much pressure on yourself. If you ever feel like something's wrong, physically or mentally, we're here to talk.
Come on. Stop treating me like a kid.
Huh? She's not here. Weren't there a few Kuhenki here last time, too? Where did they all go? Walkies? For Kuhenki? You're not pets, you know. Oh, well. Looks like we just came at a bad time. Let's try again tomorrow. There's still a few days until Moon Prayer Night, so we're in no rush. Besides, she needs time to rest anyway. Kalamina! Are you back yet? Oh, how strange. Looks like she still isn't here. Right? It's not like her to spend so much time outside. Especially since she's worried about attracting unwanted attention. What about Luonatar? Luonatar, you there? Hey! Do you know where Kalambina went? Sorry, didn't understand. But if you know where she is, could you take us to her? Yeah, that's even stranger. What about him? Oh, that's not good news. They change color when Kalambina gets weaker, right? And they look super pale right now. Good idea. She might know what's happening. Mama!
Ah, it's you. How is Kutar? Is she okay? No, she hasn't. I came here to check on her after I noticed the flowers had changed color. Based on past precedent, she must be very weak right now. Even getting up to walk would be a struggle.
Not to mention that she doesn't do that at the best of times either. So yeah, this is super weird.
No. Very few people are in the know about Kutar's whereabouts. And if anyone suspicious had visited, they'd have left some sort of evidence. Come on, let's go to Nasha Town. If anyone has seen her, someone there will know about it. It's not...
Makes sense. What? Wait a moment. Is it just Paimon, or is this stall kind of suspicious? It's never been here before, right?
No, I don't recognize it.
Alas, your free and easy adventure time is over. Now, prepare to face the final boss of Nod-Krai.
Whoa! Where'd that voice come from?
Not sure, but it's definitely hostile.
No, 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 not that way. The final boss is right here.
The... sniffer mole?
That's the final boss? Surely not. Also...
Okay, the jig is up. I'll stop teasing you. Turn around. I'm right behind you. It seems I've managed to leave quite an indelible impression, even though you've never seen my face. Oh, nothing could make a great mage more pleased with herself.
What is going on?
I've heard that all the big shots in Teyvat have long, wordy titles that stun people speechless when they make their entrance. Unfortunately, none of them are affiliated with the Hexen Circle, and we ourselves keep a very low profile. The notorious name-dropping doesn't quite work for us. Still, I, for one, think I'm really quite amazing. So that didn't stop me from coming up with a title anyway.
Alice? It's really you this time? Not a lantern or a Dodoko, but Alice in the flesh?
Oh, that's right. So, what do you think? How does it feel to finally meet me?
You look like...
What is that supposed to mean, I'm the mother of Klee, Teyvat's #1 cutie. How old could I possibly be?
So she's a friend of yours?
Kind of. This is actually the first time we've seen her in person.
I see. Madam Mage, that was, quite a powerful entrance. I certainly won't be forgetting it anytime soon.
It's okay, Lauma, don't force it. Paimon will do the honors. This is Alice from the Hexen Circle. She's a friend of ours. And of Arcus, too. That's right. She's a good person, just kinda... unpredictable.
Well, what is the human heart if not unpredictable? If we could not do as we please, how would we differ from machines?
I am Lauma, Moon Chanter of the Frost Moon Scions. It is a pleasure to meet you.
Oh, I know. Before you got here, I spent a good, 15 minutes getting up to speed on Nod-Krai's present situation. In other words, I've read the whole in the last episode part, so we can skip the pleasantries.
Fair enough. Well, Miss Alice, I can already tell that you have quite a unique personality.
You'll get used to it. Paimon sure is. So anyway, what are you doing in Nod-Krai, Alice?
Oh, I thought I told you already. This time, I'm the final boss. And what a formidable foe I shall be. Powerful, confident, decisive, and good luck finding my weak spot. You will never succeed. Oh, drat. My one weakness, and you found it in an instant. Fate has been dealt a devastating blow. Thus falls the great Dodo King.
Why are you playing along with this nonsense?
For funsies, of course. What's wrong, Paimon? Are you disappointed in me? Am I a gigantic letdown?
No, it's just... you seem like a busy lady. And this is the one time you've shown up in person. Paimon figured it would be for something more high stakes than just goofing around.
You're quite right. I'm here in Nod-Krai because something big happened. Something big enough it caught the attention of the Hexen Circle. It concerns the 3 moons, Teyvat's borders, and of course, the moon goddess you are currently searching for. Ah, nothing could make a great mage more pleased with herself.
You seem like a busy lady. And this is the one time you've shown up in person. Paimon...
You're quite right. I'm here in Nod-Krai because something big happened. It concerns the 3 moons, Teyvat's borders, and of course, the moon goddess you are currently searching. Kind of. Why don't we discuss this over a pot of tea? My main reason for coming on this trip to Teyvat was, of course, to have some fun. But I do technically have a job to do as well, namely, maintaining the stability of Teyvat's borders. I'll skip over the complicated parts, but to sum it up, abyssal energies are all that lie beyond Teyvat's border. We'd find ourselves in a real pickle if they ever made it through. And the phantoms you've been seeing are a sign that the border has been disturbed.
Ah, no wonder they tend to show up around Moon Prayer Night.
Is it because the real moon is now so close to us that its power can cross the border?
In part, but only a negligible amount passes through. Just enough to influence the verdant crests and so on. And as you've noticed, there has been an unprecedented number of phantoms appearing this year. The influence of the moon beyond the border cannot explain this. No, there is enough. The trilunar syzygy.
A trilunar.
Eons ago, before the heavenly principles came to Teyvat, it was the then 3 moon goddesses who controlled the laws of this world. Oh, that's exactly it! The 3 goddesses split these powers amongst themselves, promising never to consolidate them into one singular body. But, fast-forwarding to the present, the eternal moon's marrow is with you, while the iridescent moon's marrow, which should never have appeared in this world, has been retrieved. Add that to the presence of a moon goddess in the flesh and... the power of all 3 moons is gathered here in Nod-Krai. There hasn't been an event like this since the War of Funerary Flame. And it's having a noticeable effect on Teyvat's borders. Because I wish to give my darling daughter a peaceful, sunny environment to grow up in. Is that a good enough reason?
Kinda sounds like you're dodging the question, but it does make sense.
Well, that's one reason anyway, and the most important one. The others are a little complicated to explain. For instance, cleaning up after dearest Miss R. Albedo could tell you more about that if you're curious, but right now, I have a more important question to ask you. Why are you collecting the moon marrows? I see, I see. Nicole told me about that legend once.
Nicole? You mean Mage Anne?
Oh, so you remember. Yes, of course. That was a story about fate, her area of expertise. But back to the story of our dear moon goddess. I'm afraid her intended method of returning to the moon is unlikely to work anymore.
What does that mean?
She may be missing, but she hasn't gone anywhere. She has disappeared.
My body is so heavy. Wait, no. It's my mind that's heavy. My arms and legs are as light as a feather. What's happening to me? I feel drowsy, like I've been asleep for too long. I think I'll go for a walk. Are you out for a walk too? The day has come at last. That I can't even sustain my physical form. But Moon Prayer Night is nearly here. I was so close to returning home. Death is near. Is this how it ends for me? Will I return to the moon after I disappear? Or... I don't want it to end like this. So far, at least, I still exist. Even if not physically, I can still feel. But as my power wanes, I'm sure that too will fade. I suppose I might take one final look at this world.
Come on! Come on! Wait for me!
The Frost Moon Enclave. How much it has changed since...
These decorations, they're so heavy. It's times like this when you kind of wish men could be priestesses and acolytes.
How fascinating. I've never had the chance to be privy to people's private lives in the past. People would get so solemn and serious the moment I showed my face.
Karina, Lametti, it's time to eat.
Coming!
I want to watch them a little longer.
So just fill these balloons with air, right?
Yep. Try a couple now to test things out. The rest can wait till Moon Prayer night.
Think fast.
Rita!
Teasing an acolyte of the Frost Moon Scions? Surely that's a punishable offense.
Take this!
Huh?
All right, enough horsing around. Lady Lauma gave us a task.
The task is just to check that the balloons don't leak, right? Doesn't matter if we fill them with air or water. Yeah.
Okay, you got me there. And you got me there. But still, we can't use all the balloons before the
We won't use all of them. And as long as Lady Lauma's trusted acolyte doesn't snitch, this can stay as a little secret between friends.
Oh, you menace. Then, think fast!
Is pumping a balloon full of water really so much fun?
I'm sure you're both tired from playing all day. Come on, eat up.
A plain, humble meal. That has always been the way of the Frost.
Huh? How come Lametti got a midsummer berry dessert? Oh, I always get berry. I don't mind sharing. You can have a bite of mine if I get to have a bite of yours.
They're sharing food? I've never shared food with anyone before. Even at the Harbinger tea parties, everyone just ate off their own plate. And when I couldn't finish my food offerings from the Frost Moon Scions, they'd leave the leftovers out under the moonlight for the animals to claim.
Hey! That was 2 bites! Oh, then you can have another bite of mine.
Oh, you too. Oh, don't fret now. Here, have some of Granny's too.
So this is what it means to be family. I'm seeing so much that I'd never usually get to see. They'd never act like this when I was around. It's nice, being able to just watch people in peace in these final moments. What a rare opportunity. I think I'll go take a look around Nasha Town, too. Maybe the Traveler will be there.
After the War of Funerary Flame, the moon goddesses were no longer recognized by Teyvat. They lost the whole foundation for their existence. That's why the moon goddess's strength is fading. She cannot withstand the world's rejection of her. To be more pedantic about it, the moon goddesses did something to offend the heavenly principles, and that's why they were ousted. Something of a recurring theme in Teyvat's history. Theoretically, speaking so candidly should put me in their crosshairs too, but they can't tell me what to do. I'll say whatever I want. Anywho, the moon marrow energies were but a drop in the bucket for her, and that battle against the Ray Hair of Solnari only weakened her further. Fortunately, it happened close enough to Moon Prayer Night, when the Kuvaki concentration here is high. That's the only reason she managed to survive this long.
What do you mean, fortunately? You said she disappeared. We're too late.
Oh, what a headache. I thought this was all common knowledge. I guess I have some more explaining to do. Okay, buckle up. It's time for another lecture. Now, I said earlier that the moon goddesses lost the foundation for their existence. The reason for that has to do with the natural order. Basically, the rationale for their existence in Teyvat was lost. The same logic applies to the present moon goddess too. Consider her existence so far. Her comrades in the Fatui called her Damselette. And she was worshipped as Kutar by the Frost Moon Scions. But these connections have now been severed, whether by her hand or yours.
So, the rationale that once sustained her existence is now gone.
Wait, we did that to her?
Oh, well, strictly speaking, yes. But let's not start pointing fingers, shall we? I'll only end up as the big bad villain, and that's not the kind of final boss I want to be. Of course I do. I'm only the greatest mage in the whole entire world. Now, if you wish to find your moon goddess, there are two problems we need to solve. Firstly, we'll need to strengthen the connection between her and Teyvat, at least enough to sustain her until Moon Prayer Night.
Strengthen her connection. But does that mean I'll have to rally all the Frost Moon faithful behind this?
I'm afraid a bygone faith and a former home won't be of any help to her now. Do you know her name?
Her name?
Yes. Names are very important things. A name is a fundamental concept that anchors one's entire existence. Then your first job is to find it. As a moon goddess, I'm sure she must have a name she identifies with. Neither Columbina nor Kutar is her true name, and she's never really accepted either of them.
So, finding out her real name is enough to sustain her existence?
Yes, I know it sounds like a small step, but every journey begins that way. So for now, that's all we need to focus on. The second problem is with her plan to use the moon marrows to return to the moon. Unfortunately, piercing through the false sky will take an enormous amount of power. Given her current condition, she won't be able to provide anywhere near enough power, even if she recovers her physical form. But no need to fret. Nicole's the expert in this field, and I'm sure she'll figure something out.
Wait, Mage N is going to help us out too? That means we've got 2 Hexacircle mages on the case. This is turning into a pretty big deal.
Actually, this is more of a side quest for me. Like you said, I'm a busy lady, so I can't stay for too long. I'll have to return to Teyvat's border soon. That's the upside you get for looking out for my little Klee. Hopefully that will incentivize you to carry on keeping her company in the future. Anyway, jokes aside, you'd better get moving. It will take quite a miracle for the moon goddess's consciousness to hold out till moon prayer night. Oh, I suppose I might as well tell you where... Off you go now. Time to meet your new friend. Oh, yes, and a little suggestion. Don't forget to mind your heads.
What?
I wonder how Durin's doing. I should really go see him before I head back.
You really are super busy.
I most certainly am. There's so many children I have to keep tabs on just in Mondstadt. Durin, Albedo, Venti, Varga...
Klee didn't make the list, huh?
Of course not. Klee is my pride and joy. I have no qualms about her, because she's the best child in the whole wide world.
Yep. Klee's a little angel.
I'm glad you agree. Well, all the best. See you when I see you.
She left in a hurry.
Yeah, she didn't pack up her stall. Should we handle it for her?
I must say, I'm now very curious about her daughter. Klee, wasn't it? What?
That's a long story. Come on, we'll fill you in as we go.
What a lively place. I've never experienced Nasha Town like this before.
Hey, you old geezer! Your hammer's rusted through!
Who are you calling old geezer?
Are they... quarreling?
I'm looking right at him! You've really gone downhill since giving your daughter free rein in the workshop. Can you even swing a hammer anymore? It shouldn't take you days just to fix a single chair. You might as well use that hammer to massage my back for all the good it's doing.
Don't run your mouth, or you'll get a back massage that'll put you in bed for the rest of your life. Look, the materials haven't arrived yet, all right?
You know how... I'll bet you send all the materials to your little princess. Blood's always thicker than water, huh?
All right, you've made your point, Uncle Koski. As soon as the materials arrive, fixing your chair will be the #1 priority. And Dad, if you've got time to chat, why don't you...
See? Lolka knows what the score is.
I guess they're... friends. But the way they spoke to each other was so ugly. Then again, it wouldn't be the first time I've seen something like this.
Columbina! Sing outside my door in the middle of the night one more time, and I'll unscrew your vocal cords. You hear me?
Oh, Zandrone. So that was her way of trying to be friends with me. What a pity. I won't get the chance to say any ugly things in reply.
Hey, have you decided what to give her for Moon Prayer Night?
I sure have. She's gonna get the surprise of her life when she's least expecting it. Then I'll whip out the ring and pop the question.
The surprise of her life. What a fun turn of phrase.
Cool, I get the picture. You can spare me the gushy details. Ooh, looks like we have a customer. Hello there, ma'am. Would you like some Moon Prayer Night candy?
Huh? Is he talking to me? Can he see me?
Here you go.
Oh.
Come back anytime. Right. Now, where were we?
I don't know why, but I still held out hope.
The most important thing right now is to find that mage.
This name thing seems super important too, but where do we even start looking?
I'd better go pay the Fatui a visit.
Columbina?
Traveler?
Let's go! This is no time to be spacing out!
Where are they going? They mentioned a mage and a name?
So, Mr. Varka, are you acquainted with this Nicole? Or should I call her Mage N?
Not really. We've never met, though she has come up in conversation. From what I've gathered, Alice kinda took Nicole under her wing. Taught her how to speak in a more ladylike fashion, that kind of thing.
Huh. Hard to imagine Alice as an etiquette coach.
Yeah. Alice is a larger-than-life personality, I'll give you that. But then again, that's why she's able to draw such an eclectic mix of people into her inner circle. If I remember correctly, being an interesting person is actually one of her main entry requirements. So, if you ever wanted to join the Hexenzirkel, I'm sure you'd both be eligible to apply.
Hey! Don't go around making promises on Alice's behalf!
I wouldn't dare. I'm just trying to paint a picture of the Hexenzirkel for you.
Okay, sure. Anyway, since none of us have ever met Nicole, how are we supposed to find her? We can't just go up to every woman in sight and ask, "Hey, are you Nicole?"
Maybe something she's wearing will give it away? Like, a wind bloom pinned to her chest or something.
Wait a minute. Alice never said Nicole was from Mondstadt.
Oh, true.
That would be this young lady, then?
Hey there! Sorry to disturb you, but are you Miss Nicole?
Varka, Knight of Boreas of the Knights of Favonius. Alice might have mentioned me before.
Have we got the wrong person? Sorry. Well, this is awkward.
When I shook my head, I meant, no, Alice hasn't mentioned you before.
Huh? Where is this voice coming from?
My apologies. For certain reasons, I am unable to speak. This is the only way I can communicate with you. It might take some getting used to, but I hope you can understand.
Hey, it's fine. I'm more shocked by the fact that Alice never speaks about me. I mean,
As for you two, we have crossed paths twice before, but it is nonetheless a pleasure to finally meet you.
It's really you! Thanks for all your guidance in the past!
You're quite welcome. This time, things are different. We have reached the unwritten pages of the story. You might say that we stand at the crossroads of fate. Now then, allow me to formally introduce myself. My name is... No, stop! Alice! I can't believe it! I had a whole speech prepared. I'd agonized over every single word. She always picks the worst moments to ruin other people's plans. I'm so sorry about that. Alice took the liberty of devising some bespoke self-introduction magic for each member of the Hexen Circle. But I could have sworn I deleted all of the triggering conditions for it. How did it bypass everything? Oh gosh, this is so embarrassing.
This is a very different side of Nicole than what we're used to. Is she not used to face-to-face interactions? Don't worry about it. We've seen that introduction magic once already, so it wasn't too much of a shock.
Please go on, Miss Nicole. We'd love to hear what you have to say, or, well, communicate.
Huh? Are they talking to this lady? But...
Will you all promise to forget that horrendously embarrassing introduction?
Sorry? Embarrassing? When?
Yes, my name is Nicole, and I am one of a very few angels who have retained both their preferred form and their power. The Traveler and Paimon should be no strangers to this concept. There is another of our kind in Natlan. They call her the Lord of the Night.
Right! Paimon remembers her.
Yes. Well, I have retained more of my power than she. It's because I don't have a long-term duty to fulfill. To be more specific... no. We'll be here all day if I get into the specifics. Moving on. If I'm not mistaken, you are here because you wish to learn how one might reach the moon beyond the sky.
That's right. Is that something you can give us any guidance on?
Yes, I do know a way. It began with the Hyperboreans, who lived after the War of Funerary Flame. blank looks. Maybe I should start with the background of the war. Or maybe not. It shouldn't be an issue. I'll fill in the gaps for you when we have more time. Anyway, after that war ended, the three moons retreated to beyond the false sky. The Hyperboreans were humans I once aided. They accepted the civilization and creations bestowed upon them by the angels. But despite accepting many blessings of the angels, many among them still held on to their faith in the moons. They were reluctant to accept the new order. Even after the War of Funerary Flame, they sought to contact the moon goddesses beyond the sky and receive their guidance.
But all three had passed away by that point.
This mage has a unique method of communicating. Is she talking about the moons?
Yes, but they did not know. And so, still they prayed for the moon goddess's mercy. After building titanic structures that consumed vast amounts of Kuvaki, at last they glimpsed the moons and heard their voices. But of course, they were gravely disappointed.
Oh, that's such a sad story.
It is. Humanity was in a very sorry state at that time. The angels who had once aided them were gone, and the War of Funerary Flames had left them homeless and destitute.
Just a second, I gotta ask. How relevant is all this history to the task at hand?
Well, I mean, it's... Okay, it seems we've drifted into irrelevant narrative waters. It's been a while since I've had the chance to speak inside someone's head. As soon as I got started, I lost control, and the words just flowed out like a waterfall. What I'm trying to say is... Right, yes, that's it. The relevant part is the ritual created by the Hyperboreans. The fact that they bypassed the false sky and saw the true moons implies that they successfully built a connection between Teyvat and the outside world. Which means, with enough Kuvaki and a sufficiently stable connection, it should be feasible to send one person over the border.
Okay, so they built some kind of portal?
Oh, yes, a portal. I just didn't expect you to summarize it so well. It turns out I could have said all that in one word, if only I'd managed to think of it.
No, please, it's fine. This is invaluable knowledge. I'll be sure to record and preserve everything in writing.
Oh, really? Well, in that case, I suppose I could backtrack and add some more detail. I did gloss over a few things so far.
Whoa, 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 time out. Let's summarize what we've got first. The Hyperboreans were the last ones to use this method, right? So we somehow need to find whatever structure they built and make sure there's enough Kuvaki to power it up. Luckily, we have the moon marrow of both the eternal and iridescent moons, so we're all good for Kuvaki. Which means the key issue we need to focus on is finding the place. Am I right so far?
Yes. Although, I expect the structure is long gone by now. That said, what if we could take advantage of the phantoms to travel back to a time when it still existed? Well, travel back isn't quite accurate. It's more like we'd be creating a handshake between 2 points in space-time. We wouldn't even have to pick a time when it still existed. It could just be a time when it still appeared in phantom form via projection, or we could project... You look lost. Was that too hard to follow?
Yeah, things got a little, technical there.
All right. Let me think about how to put this more... Over the next few days, I'll search for phantoms that we can use. By completing certain rituals, specific individuals will be able to enter the phantom and make it to the Hyperborean structure. If everything checks out, and it looks feasible, we'll just need to wait for Moon Prayer Night. and we can send the moon goddess back home. I'm really skimping on the detail here. Is this making any sense at all?
I think so. For now, we'll just wait to hear from you.
Yes. Basically, yes.
Great. Counting on you. In the meantime, we'll focus on finding the moon goddess's name.
My name? Are they looking for a way to stop me from disappearing?
Excuse me, Miss...
Go on, Miss Nicole.
This conversation was a little all over the place. I didn't catch your name.
I am Lauma, of the Frost Moon Scions.
Ah, I did wonder. I noticed that you listened very intently when I spoke about Hyperborea and the moon's history. If you'd be interested, I'd love to visit you this evening and go through it again in greater detail. Also, if you were serious about making a record, it would be too risky to simply write down the raw details as is. I would suggest some tweaks. Maybe... Anyway, we can cross that bridge when we come to it. So, see you later then? Oh, and no need to prepare anything. Just a cup of tea will do.
See ya!
She seems friendly. It's just...
It's so nice to find someone who's actually willing to listen. I've been dying for a chance to finally go through all this systematically from start to finish.
Now Paimon gets why Alice told us to mind our heads.
Ha 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 ha! What did I tell you? A lot of quirky people in Alice's orbit. Now then, the next order of business is... where do we start looking for the moon goddess's name?
Maybe the rest of what Nicole has to say might give us some...
Once I've heard her out, I'll summarize the salient points and share them with you all. I'm also inclined to review our other documents. Yes, our faith was first established by our Hyperborean ancestors, but many of the more factually accurate records are from...
Sounds like we're gonna follow Columbina's journey through Tibet. In that case, we'll start by heading to the Frost Moon Enclave.
Sounds like a plan. Take this with you. I'll see about getting in touch with the Fatui. It'll...
Thank you, Mr. Vark.
Don't mention it. Honestly, I'm more comfortable dealing with the Fatui than prying into the details of a young lady's childhood. Catch you later.
I should follow them, just in case there's some way that I can help.